All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're in the garage today. We're looking at my 2015 Tesla Model S P85D. I've had this a couple years, so I'm the second owner of this car, and I want to talk about some of the issues that I'm having with this car, some of the issues you're going to run into having a used or an older Tesla, specifically the Model S. So I want to show you guys what's happening here. I want to show you guys some things to look out for, and maybe some reasons why you might want to consider newer Teslas because of these issues. Yes, you are seeing correctly. There is painter's tape on my window sill right here on this car. This is the big issue that I'm having, and I want to show you, this is the only resolution. This is the only way I've been able to fix this issue. I'm going to peel this tape off. I want to show you what's going on here. All right, I want to show you a side shot. See how the window is slightly bowed out. It's not sitting flush against this sill right here. Well, these windows are what they call a frameless windows. All Teslas have these frameless windows. Okay, now this is what a frameless window is. See how when I open the door, there's only glass at the top edge. There's no frame around here wherein the window is secured. So what happens is when you shut the door, the window has to, it goes against the seal, and then it moves up to be able to seal up properly. Watch when I close this. You see it move up? And then when you open the door, when I pull the door handle, the window has to move down in order to clear this trim. Watch this. It does it quickly, but that's what happens. The window has to clear that trim. All Teslas do this on their windows, and it's a more leak-prone type of a system. On a traditional car, you have like a frame around here that opens up with the door. Because Teslas are kind of like, they're more worried about aerodynamics, and so they have lower ceiling heights, the windows are smaller, and so they have to do this in order to have any kind of visibility out of the window here. But the problem is, what do you think happens as air is passing through here to the back and catching this lip? Well, as you can imagine, the wind noise is horrible through here. It whistles so loud, the wind is so loud, it's actually quieter, believe it or not, it's actually quieter to drive with the window down than it is to have the window up like this. So this is the biggest complaint that I have with the Teslas, are the door handles and the windows on these cars, I think, are poor design. These door handles, all of these have broke on this car. I've had to replace the little gear in all of these, and last time I replaced this one here, putting it all back together caused this to happen. And I even took this into Tesla a couple months ago, and this was their best fix. That was their best attempt at fixing this window and getting it flat. It's supposed to be bent. My next attempt to try to fix this is I'm going to go in and try to bend the window regulator to see if that even works. But these windows are very sensitive. If you mess with them, if you touch them, if you try adjusting them, or just by using them, they will get out of alignment, and you have very, very strong wind leaks through here. So it's almost to the point where I can't even use the car. The only way I can use the car is if I get out the roll of painter's tape and I tape off this thing. It's the only way. It's the only way that this car is drivable on the highway, going 65, 70 miles an hour on the highway. I can't drive. It's so loud. I can't even get through. You can kind of see right here how much of a gap there. I mean, I can put my finger through here and reach to the inside. Forget going through a car wash. Car wash will just water will leak in there. So I don't love this design with Tesla. The door handles and the windows you're going to have problems with. The regulators constantly go out in these. Like the regulator is the mechanism that lifts this window up and down. And because you're constantly, every time you open the door, this window has to go down. It's constantly using the regulator. And so the regulators are getting overused, and they fail quite frequently. Also, one other thing what I do on road trips is I actually tape up the windows. If I'm going on a road trip and I don't have to use the rear doors, if it's just like me and a passenger up front, we're going on a road trip, I'm going to do a long drive, I will tape up the rear windows on each. And this was even before this one started protruding out like this. But I'd put the tape over the window sill, over the gap between the gasket and the window, because and then I would even put some on the passenger side here on the front where these gaps are. It just seems like wind leaks are just kind of common on these windows. So to make a road trip actually semi-enjoyable or even quiet enough to go on, you gotta like seal off these windows. And so I guess that's just a huge annoyance that I have with these cars, these older Tesla Model S's, is they just have problems with the windows sealing and seating correctly. Tesla can't even fix it. I took it in the service center. They charged me $350 to get it to this point, and it's actually worse than it was. And so I'm kind of frustrated at this point with this car because I can drive it, but yet it is very annoying to drive on any kind of distance trip. I can drive it around town going, 20 to 40 miles an hour, fine, but once you get above 40 miles an hour and you're on the highway, the wind noise is just unbearable through this. So if you guys know a fix, I'd love to hear a fix. If you guys know what to do or how to fix this, I'm thinking with talking with the tech at Tesla, could be window regulator. The window regulator could be bent. It's actually adjusted all the way out. It's actually there is some adjustment in how you can get the window. It's adjusted as far out as it can go to get maximum, to get the glass to lean the maximum amount into this gasket. So there's no more adjustment available in it. I don't know, guys. That's just kind of, those are some of the things that kind of come up with these older Teslas. I don't like the frameless window design. I don't like the door handle design. I think the Model Y, even the new Model Ys and 3s have this frameless window situation. The door handles are better on the 3 and the Y. They don't have this electronic component that pops out all the time. They just have the little lever action, which I think is a better, more reliable design for long-term longevity. So anyways, guys, I want to pass along this information. So if you're going on a road trip, if you're getting a Model S, make sure you have a roll of painter's tape. I think what I need to do, I need to get some black painter's tape to be able to cover this up because the blue really stands out. So I need to get me some black painter's tape to cover this up. So, but the crazy thing is though, is that it's unusable. This door is unusable because once you open this door, the window drops down and it breaks the seal of the tape, and so you have to readjust the tape every time you open this. So you have to have all your passengers get into the other side. Kind of frustrating, and I don't really know how to fix it. So anyways, guys, let me know in the comments down below if you guys know of a solution to this, if you know how to get these windows adjusted properly, because Tesla doesn't know how. Tesla doesn't. I don't know how. Maybe someone in the Tesla community knows how. I'd be happy to learn about that. Anyways, guys, I want to pass this along. Otherwise, this car has 80,000 miles on it, and it's been pretty reliable other than kind of like these door handle and window issues, which, it does affect the reliability and the usability of the car. The drivetrain has been good. The battery, the drivetrain, no problems at all. Still has very good battery range, probably 90, it has probably 90% of its original range on the battery after 80,000 miles, so that's good. Anyways, guys, well, thanks for watching the video. Be sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.